Here we are, Memorial Day morning, Monday, the 29th.
Monday the 29th.
Go ahead, we're crossing the bridge here.
Bear Mountain Bridge.
Go ahead.
All right. We're going to hit a milestone today. We're going to hit 50 miles.
Be our first 50 miles here shortly.
See if we get across the bridge.
And then we're heading towards our first 100. Well, not every day starts like this, but today, depends on the terrain. Luckily we knew, looking at the topographic map last night, before we went to bed, is gonna be a couple mile climb straight up out of Fort Montgomery and through these rocks and up, whoa, all the way to the top. Right, one of the great things about starting early is when you get to the end of a 5 or 6 mile run, you run into places like 24-hour deli Appalachian Market. It is Memorial Day, just outside of Peekskill, New York, and we are hungry. It's Memorial Day, and we're gonna plop down and have some food. All right, all right. Today has been particularly brutal, just because it's the most miles we've done so far. It's day 8, done about 15 miles today. A lot of rocks, a lot of up and down. We are tired. We started at 7 this morning. It is 6 p.m. But we are rolling into camp here momentarily, coming out over this ridge, dropping down to Dennytown campsite. And a guy just passed us, said there's nobody there. So looks like we'll have the campground to ourselves. There's fresh water there, making some dinner, putting up the tent, and probably hitting the hay. Very tired today.
Good evening. It is the end of day 8, and it was a long day today. We actually did the most miles that we've done so far. We set out to do 15 just because of where we needed to be at the end of the day, and it ended up being 16.8. So we're a little tired, but trying to be on the positive side. We didn't run into any rock walls today, so that was positive. We left early at 7 o'clock in the morning, so we got a good early start and covered half our miles before lunchtime. We also ran into a deli on the way and were able to get sandwiches and sodas and chips for lunch, which was really nice. We're still getting used to the terrain, which is rocky, rocky. But that's the way it is, you know, it's the way it is. And all in all, today was better probably than most of the days we've done so far. It wasn't a lot of huge uphills. Like yesterday, we crossed Bear Mountain, which was insane in the membrane as far as like going up really high and coming down. Today was a little bit more gradual, but it was a long day. So we're sitting here. We found this awesome campsite that is in our trail book called Dennington Road. And I guess it's like this mowed field that is set up for group sites. I guess maybe when the bubble comes through, or just for town here for people to hang out. There's porta potties, there's potable running water, And there's a huge dumpster for trash and a fire pit, but there's no fires because it's super dry. Oh yeah, that's the other.
Very dry here.
That's the other thing.
Northeast.
The Northeast is super dry. Most of the creeks that we were supposed to cross today aren't even creeks. Some of them are swamps. Maybe one of them was an actual flowing body of water. And it is dry. Like the moss is not happy. The moss is supposed to be green and vibrant and mushy, and it's like all dried up and hard. So it's going to be a tough year for the hikers that are coming later. It's today is May 29th, so we're early here, and the hikers that are coming later, you guys gonna have to carry some water because there's not going to be any, I don't think, in the creeks.
But this campground has water.
This campground has water.
Dennington or Dennyville or whatever.
Dennytown Road. It is at or campsite 1422 mile marker 1422 New York.
Cold water.
So Rail's eating some green curry, and I am eating Hatch green chili mac and cheese. And then we already have our tent set up. We thought we lost our tent stakes, but we found them, so yay. And we're probably just gonna eat and check out our miles for tomorrow and go to bed. But all in all, it was a good day, just a little long. And
it was tough, but guess what? We didn't go to work.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. It was tough, but guess what? We didn't go to work. This is our job now. So, anyways, over and out. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Day 9? Day 8.
Day 9.
Day 9.
Day 9. And we had a good sleep in our campsite last night. And it's a beautiful morning. It's a little chillier than normal.
And we just saw a snapping turtle.
And he or she was huge.
Probably 2 feet long and a foot wide.
Yeah.
Massive, massive snapping turtle laying about 6 inches under the creek. You could see him. This kid pointed it out. And of course, he was hard to miss.
Yeah, big old snapping beak.
Incredible. Big old
easily
long
100
tail.
years old, I think.
Long tail.
Yeah.
Hanging out in that
just
creek.
Hanging out.
For a while.
Yeah. So
anyway,
we thought we'd say good morning. And I was just saying right before we saw him, I'm moving as slow as a turtle. And sure as heck, there he was. So anyways, we're going to move along and catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
This video isn't the greatest, but that is a North American snapping turtle. And that guy is big. The day after Memorial Day gives us our own beach here at Canopus Lake. There is not a soul in sight. Woodpeckers peck away in the woods, but we have our choice of tables and sites, and maybe later on we'll play some beach volleyball. Well, it is bright here on day 10.
Day 10.
Of our through hike. We've hit about 60 something miles.
We are at 67, 68, something like that. Actually, no wait, 70 miles.
Officially further than I've ever gone. I did part of the John Muir Trail that was almost 70, but never this far. So here we are in new territory, day 10, top of Shenandoah Mountain. I'll show you the view here. It's quite the view. We just had a little tea.
With our green belly breakfast bar, chocolate banana today. Yum, yum, my favorite.
Good. We are ready to rock.
Earl Grey tea.
We always feel this good in the morning. At the end of the day, we're cursing the earth.
As yesterday, so I fell twice yesterday, banged up my leg a little bit. So we stopped at the state park. That
Very
was
scary.
Right around there. And,
but
I'm okay. Thank you, Arnica. and Rail for taking care of me. And we just posted up there for half the day, took a rest,
It's a vacation area with a beach and a dock and everything, but nobody was there. So we had the beach to ourselves for the whole day.
Yeah.
Took a nap in the sun, did some swimming, and got our mojo back.
We got our mojo back, and we're off hiking today. Plan to do 10, maybe 13 miles. We'll see. There's a deli. So we're going to hit the deli.
Man, I'll tell you, delis.
So New York is like challenging with the terrain, but it is good on the food scene.
I'm trying to get rid of this belly, but with the delis, deli belly is a real thing.
Better watch out.
Anyway, all right.
Good.
All right. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Good morning. So today's day 10. It's a beautiful walk this morning. We've been blessed with a pretty rock-free trail for the most part, nice and smooth, through a little woodland forest. And some big oaks in here and beautiful meadows off to the side. I'm gonna try and walk and talk here without falling. But I think I can pull it off in this section. So it's been an adventure so far. Challenging section. So behind us, maybe, hopefully. Kind of crazy. If you're planning on doing this, I suggest not starting in New York. But anyway, just want to give you a little view around here and check out the scenery. We were able to start early this morning because we slept in the state park last night. So we got up at 5:30, had a record packing up the camp in 45 minutes, which was nice. And have already put in about 4 miles, and it's not hot yet, which is great. So it's supposed to be, I think, 80 here today, but then over the next few days, like maybe 91. So we gotta start getting up early and hiking early so that we can take a siesta in the afternoon when it's really hot. So, oh, looks like I have a client coming up here, so I'm gonna put the phone down and continue on. I'll check back with you all later. Okay, bye. Good morning. So I've been seeing this plant all along the way, and I was pretty sure that I knew what it was because it is the sister of one of my favorite plants in the whole world. This is called wild sarsaparilla, or Aralia nudicalis. It is the East Coast Aralia, which is the ginseng family. So it's considered an adaptogen. Let me get a good picture here in the sunlight. But there is a whole field of this here. And there we go. There's a nice sample. So it's in the ginseng family. The one that I am familiar with is Aralia californica, which is up in the redwood forest where I've spent a bunch of time. It'll get some white little cluster flowers and some deep purple berries. But what you can use the berries for a nice little eye brightener kind of tincture, just make you feel happier. But also, the root is used for, the californica anyway, is used for cough. And I can make some honey out of it. The East Coast one is using it as an adaptogen. So Rail wants to know what the difference is between the Aralia californica and the Aralia nudicalis that we just saw.
West Coast versus East Coast. Tell us, Elizabeth.
So all of the ginseng family plants kind of each have a side gig. So like the one in California, as well as being an adaptogen, they're all adaptogens, which basically is just makes life a little brighter. Your lens to look at the world is different. You know, not antidepressant, but more efficiently use your energy that you have. So ginseng. That's a ginseng thing. But like Opopanax, for example, which is up in the Northwest, that one also does liver things. As a liver tonic. The Aurelia californica is a lung tonic. The one here, East Aurelia nudicalis, I think is just focuses more of its energy being the adaptogen qualities. And there's a couple just examples. So there you go.
I will say the hardest part for me is uphill. I really struggle with uphill. We're on about mile 3 of uphill today. Done 9 miles, 9.5. The top of this mountain, somewhere up there is Elizabeth. Up ahead of me there. It's tough. These hills are tough, man. Mile after mile of scrambling on rocks, having to sidestep all kinds of stuff. It's hard. But we're about mile 9.5 today. About another mile, we'll reach the mountaintop deli, where sandwiches and sodas await. So we'll see you there. It's a good night video. What do we say? Good night, everybody.
So
After 4 nights on the ground, we're back in a hotel room for the evening.
Yep.
Heading back out on the ground tomorrow morning early.
Yep. We are in Pawling, New York. And
A quaint little New England town.
yeah, it's pretty cool. We got our laundry done.
Yes.
Got some more.
Very important.
Last New York deli before we cross the border into Connecticut tomorrow.
Like they won't have delis in Connecticut.
Yeah, well, they won't be New York delis.
That's true. Anyway, we've been pushing some good
miles.
miles.
We saw a baby rattlesnake.
We saw a baby rattlesnake. It was pretty cool. I almost stepped on it.
And what else we see? Some baby deer.
Oh, yeah. A little tiny baby deer. It was fantastic.
They'll probably be in the next video because this one just got to be
Too long.
too long. So you'll see those next time. But yeah.
About to hit 100 miles.
All right. We're going to hit 100 miles tomorrow. So,
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
And we will see you guys soon.
Okay.
All right.